there's no accountability. You know what I'm saying? Brothers don't like accountability, man, and responsibility. You know, and that's what it is that creates so many issues in brothers' lives within their relationships on every level, whether it's at work, whether it's a friend, whether it's a wife, a girlfriend, and baby moms, their kids. It's literally the accountability that keeps brothers so shackled and at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Um, and mad at everyone else for progressing and growing, etc. And what I'm really starting to notice out here, man, and like this ain't no judgment. Like I'm not judging nobody, you know, and I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not bragging, none of that. Uh, when you meet people and if you're lucky to get to meet their parents, regardless of who it is, uh, or if you hear them tell you stories about their parents or what they went through coming up and throughout their upbringing, if you were to really factor that in, put that into the equation, uh, that's why a lot of people out here are the way they are. That's why a lot of people out here. So if you factor that in and you take the black community for example, and you look at all the fatherless households, right? Now, all these young boys, all these little boys out here that are being raised in single mother households and have no influence, no example, no structure, no guidance. They're not being taught anything about accountability. They're not being taught anything about responsibility. They're not being taught anything that's gonna benefit them to be a man out here in the real world one day. Simple. And because of that, these little boys are growing up. Excuse me. These little boys are growing up and turning into men, but are still operating on the level of a child. They're still operating on the level of a teenager. And that's because there was never no there was nothing to help them to develop. You know what I'm saying? There was never nothing outside of their friends and what's going on in the media, what's going on the TV, in the movies, in the music. There was nothing outside of that helping, giving them uh, a stepping stone to develop. This is why it's imperative that black boys have black men in their lives, because black boys need to understand and need to see that there's so much more that you can do outside of sports. There's so much more to your worth outside of your athletic ability, you know? So it's like, if we're not being taught that or told that or shown that, we're going to base our worth solely off of what happens with athletics. And it's like it stops there, you know? It's like so much of black boys' development stops wherever their sports career stops. And that's very unfortunate.